And we're live from the pits of fucking hell. Actually, it's not so bad after the sun goes out. We're live from the park. Why the park? Let me explain. I gotta tell you, first off, you guys, I am a faithful servant of God, and everything in me was like, I can't do a reading tonight. Then I'm like, alright, I've got my router. Hey, for those that don't know, you need to go sign up. I got my router, my hotspot router. And I'm like, I could just do a reading in my room. X-nay on the Oopids Day. What does that mean? No, bitch, you're not opening up fucking portals inside of this building. Something's gonna get out and get these fucking people. Fair enough. And that's the truth. Why did I do readings in Mr. Plum's? Because I anointed it all the time. It was blessed and it was covered and it was made, the actual building itself, the damn foundation of his house was made by special trees that channeled. So I didn't have to worry about anything coming out, you know what I mean? Why did I do it in Chris's? Chris's was the pits of hell anyways. He already let some shit out in that room that he was scared of. He didn't even believe I was going to go in that room. He had an exorcism done in that room twice and couldn't get it out. I moved my kids in. We got this. Whatever it is, we got this. So ultimately, I knew I had to do a reading for you. I took all of these cards first thing in the morning, drugged them through the pits of the desert, died, relived, reborn. I knew I had a reading for you guys, and I just had to get out and do the reading. So hey, what's up, new people? Man, that little whatever short you saw that brought you to my page, you had no idea what you really signed up for. What'd you sign up for? The walk of God. Pretty much. I am your spiritual healer, your teacher, your shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, and messenger of God. I am Lilith reincarnated. Ascending master Lilith, I might want to point out. What does that mean? I have ascended to the light, mastered the ability to do so, and now have come back in the fleshy flesh to teach you how to get out of hell. That is my job. I am bound by life to do so. And even though I'm in a physical hell right now, meaning I have not fully recovered from my shadow work, I come to bring you the good news. What does that mean? Well, guys, by the time I pull the cards, it's just confirmation to what I've already been through. In order to keep up with what I've been through, you'll have to catch my community page. But depending on when you see this video, that might not be so relevant. What happened to me today? Okay. Well, I woke up first thing in the morning, had to do a total ceremonial sage burn at, I don't know, about 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, literally. After the sage burn, I was slowly guided to pack up the kids and head towards San Diego. Now, when I go to do so, I'm like, my only worry is the memories, man. I was like, I don't want to go back there and get all fucking triggered. And my daughter's like, you can't run from your problems. I was all, bullshit, that's what I did. I dropped the mic and run the fuck out of there. And then I just try to run. Everybody has a fight or flight. Did you fight or you were out of there? I'd fight as long as I had fight in me, and then I was out of there. So I have a lot of places and stuff in my memory that I ran from and I don't want to remember. And therefore, I have to run back into it to remember it. So my only concern was, it's going to bring up a bunch of shit. Well, I didn't even have to get there for that to happen. It started happening about an hour after I got out of here. I got this transmission. I'm sitting there, driving. I can see the fucking mountains ahead of me. And I get this message, release yourself and everyone else, right? And as I hear this, I see all of my family and all of my spirit guides. And then I start catching the memories. I start seeing, because I'm going in from the east, so I start seeing Santee, El Cajon, La Mesa. I start working my way in all the way until I can see Ocean Beach. Why Ocean Beach? It's where I first went. My mom moved us from Lakewood, Colorado to Ocean Beach, California. We stayed on the beach. Everything was groovy for a moment. And then she moved us into the hood. So I had to relive all these memories. I'm cruising down Arizona looking at their fake, Mexican wall, and I'm remembering Mexico. I'm remembering everything, and it's hitting me fast. All of the shame, all of the blame, all the rejection, all of the pain and the suffering and all the years of I don't know what I'm doing and just being lost in the world. I'm getting it as I'm climbing up these mountains in fucking Arizona trying to get over to the beach. dude, I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm crying. I'm going through the process as I'm just holding the wheel. I look up, and there's lots of cars that are overheating as they're going up these mountains. And I see this girl. She pulls off, and I recognize this girl. She was at the gas station here in this town. She filled up her gas, and I waited for her to move before I got gas and headed up this mountain. And now she's on the side of the mountain popping her hood. That moment when I saw that woman, I snapped out of my emotions and looked up, and I realized I'm feeling sick. We're at 2,000 feet. People's cars are going down, and I look up at my gauge, and it's not rising. It's barely starting to rise to the middle, and I'm like, guys, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. We're going to turn around. As soon as I can find an exit, we're going to turn around. And they're upset. We're an hour and a half out. We've already been driving for an hour. We've been sitting in this 105-degree weather for over an hour now. And all of a sudden, I'm like, we got to go back. As soon as I say it, there's this magical exit that just pops up out of nowhere. And I get off the exit, I go under the underpass, and I park under the underpass, and it's shade. And I'm like, hold on, I need to cool down. Is there anything to drink? The water in the car is hot. We're just hot. I open the door, and I feel very dizzy. I'm like, maybe it's the elevation, it's the heat, whatever. We've got to go back to wherever we came from, because I can't drive another hour and a half feeling like this. So we start heading back, and I'm trying to just process what the fuck, all that shit I just saw driving up this mountain. Then I kind of come out of it, and before I know it, I'm at 7-Eleven. We're buying Slurpees and a lotto ticket, and some lady's like, tell me what you get off of me. Huh? You want an energy reading right now? No, just anything. Just tell me. So before I know it, I'm out of my energy and in hers, telling her that God's given her an opportunity and she has to leave everything and go. She's like, yeah, it's a good opportunity. I was like, but it's going to cause you to leave everything, huh? She said, yep. I was like, do it. It's your opportunity. He created this door. It's going to hurt, but you got to go. She's like, wow. So anyways, that's what happened. And then next thing I know, we're coming back into town. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then I see this church again. So I know after the fact what triggered it. I'm staring at an epic place in time and space, which is this church that's built. And I shared it in my community page. It's in the Felicity, California. It's called the Church on the Hill. Go look up all the information. It's aligned with a pyramid and everything. So now I'm aligning timelines. And then I also find out that this is where one of the tectonic plates are lining, is where I'm driving. So I've literally just crossed over dimensions. I've literally just activated it. To the seen? No. To the unseen. But you wouldn't know that because you don't know. You can only see with your eyes. So I know I've gone into a place of darkness and I've come out of it, but I just couldn't figure it all out. Then I get back and it's like, I'm in a coma, dude. Like, when you come out of... Imagine going into a therapist and they really broke you open, bro. And now you've got to step out of their room, out of their fucking... out of that building and back into the world like nothing just happened. It doesn't work so well. It just doesn't. So my recovery time has been really slow, is trying to recover myself back to my current moment after visiting all of those past traumas. That was my day. How was your day? Oh, and then in the middle of it, I made a video about, or an hour ago, I made a video about fucking twin flame broadcasters. Did you catch that one? I know, it was kind of fucked off because my energy was. So I've been a little bit all over the place here. But welcome. That's my confirmation. That's my story. And that's what I was bitching about these twin flames. You have no testimony to how God's working in your life or how you're making it work. In the sense of, I drove straight into hell. I knew exactly what was going to happen if I headed that way. I was going to remember everything I never wanted to remember. Everything I never wanted to remember was going to come up to the surface. How fast? I didn't know. I thought it would piece by piece as I started driving through the towns. Fuck no. Fuck no. I got it all. Now, here's the crazy part. There's a crazy part? There's always a crazy part. I'm a psychic bitch. So before I left, I know it's Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. What? I know that God's going to push me to my limits on a Friday. I know he's going to take us into the darkness. So I get all my dark cards ready to do a reading at the beach about whatever darkness I'm about to overcome. Well, I didn't make it to the beach, but I still got the cards. They're nice and warm from my ride, and I kept them in the car. So we're going to go through our darkness cards. I'm going to go through the cards that I have. These are only going to be confirmation to what God did to me. What's God doing to you? So let's start off with What part of hell did we just visit? Dante's Inferno. Sorry, the light's kind of funky. These ones we go in order. Once we get through it, we start all over. So, we are starting all over, apparently. We had finished our fucking journey, and here we are again. Why do we keep going through pits of hell? Because each level we come and we grab more pieces of ourselves and other people. Hopefully. Right now, we're in number 1, the Beast of the Wild. Lions and... Is that bobcats and wolves? Ooh, get excited. Do you see it? Yeah, you do. There's a good vision. Alright, so keep up with me if you can. Probably not. Whatever. Alright, page 11. Go figure. It was 111 degrees today. I can't believe it. And I'm trying to be understanding, and that's what I said to one of the workers. I was like, I guess I just need to have more, more compassion, because if I would have brought you peoples to, if you bring desert people to the snow, it's going to take them a long time to get used to it. And that's the same thing that's happening to me. I'm a freaking cold weather, person, and I'm literally in the hottest of weather, and it's killing me. Even my kids, they couldn't get out of bed. They're like, I'm done for. I'm like, I feel it. So, let's start off with the first stage of hell. While wandering in the wilderness, Dante encounters 3 wild beasts, a leopard, a lion, and a she-wolf, who block his path, forcing him to enter a dark valley. There, Dante meets the spirit of the poet Virgil, who offers to become his guide. Stop right there. As soon as you go in, somebody's going to guide you. Who was my first guide? Pac? No. Michael Jackson was my first guide. I needed love first. Then I needed a thug. And then I needed the Mamba. That's really what had happened. You will get a guide. You might not believe who it is. You might not even know who it is. Kobe didn't have a face for a long time. I mean, he came and spoke, but the role that he was playing in this didn't actually take form until much later. It's kind of hard to explain. You're going to have to watch the documentary, but they've always been there. This card, let's see. The 3 beasts are allegories for the sins of lust, pride, and adversary, which have diverted our hero from the true path of salvation. And that's it. What's got you fucked up? What's got you locked out of the kingdom of God? Lust, pride, and competition. Period. Okay, let's see. This card speaks to our tendency to ignore and downplay small problems and concerns, pretending we don't notice them, so we focus our attention on weightier matters. At this time, become clear about what is leading you away from your true purpose or causing you to fall short of your potential. And it is time to apply the needed discipline to get back on track. Well, and that goes back to my other videos. I'm talking about it. You need to take action. You need to quit talking about it. You need to quit dancing around it. You need to do what's right. You need to do the hard work. You need to walk away from the people that are holding you back. You need to leave the job. These are things that you need in your life to feel better about your life. I'm only here to empower you to do such things and tell you it's safe and that God wants these things for you. And I understand how painful and how scary it is. But you yourself must walk yourself through the valleys of the shadows of death. I mean, God didn't take Jesus off the cross. He's not going to. He's put you on a path. And if you listen to the stories of anyone that's put on the path of the Spirit, it is an adventure to be told. But it is full of, you know what I mean? It's full of, Kobe, here it comes, adversity, trials and tribulations to make you stronger, to push you to your limits, to become something that you never even thought possible, but always lied within you. All right? Become clear about what it is that's leading you away from your true purpose. This is very funny. I thought about this earlier. Again, Russ is heavy. It's his day. Why? It's usually his day, dude. Just give it to him. It's his day. So Russ comes out And I didn't think about, I have too much going on to deal with you. I'll deal with you, as I can, but I have my own things to do. You're just projecting more shit at me. What is he projecting? My over masculine. So he tells everyone that he's currently working on a movie. He's got his music set up, and he's got new merch and all of this stuff. He's in a doing. He's chasing. I told him that the other day. Stop chasing, bro. Stop chasing. I can't tell him when I'm doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard, to speak to those when you're right there with them. And that's it. Somebody help. Somebody stop us. We're out of control. In the sense of how much energy how much focus can he give to his role if he's trying to fill other roles? And that goes back to me. My role is the priestess, is to teach you, this. If I'm not doing this, then I'm not doing my job. Whatever I did today doesn't mean nothing if I can't bring this into a message to teach the collective. And that's just really it. I can do a billion things in the day, but if I'm not teaching you, pulling the cards and teaching you how to be a better person, then I don't have a fucking purpose. All I'm doing is being self-serving all day long. You know what I mean? Now, as far as my healing, that's my purpose. I have to heal myself and show other people how to heal themselves, because I'm the only one brave enough to go and do this stupid shit. You must be crazy. I guess God made me this way. But there was more that came before me that have done, no, they didn't heal. They just awoken. They didn't really do the healing process. But anyway, so going back to it is like, I was, he's, how much focus can you really be in your role if when all you're thinking about is your next song and your next drop and your next this? You're doing too many things at once. You can't be making quality music if you're not giving it quality time and energy, right? And what I laughed about earlier in my video, I forgot to say. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Caitlin Raps, who is his whatever. I can't even. It pisses me off. He signed this girl and did nothing for her. Just used her to make his song better. But anyway, she's his artist, and she just got busted for the same thing. She didn't clear samples. Luckily, it didn't come out to bite her, but in order for her to get this song released, it's going to cost her $30,000. And she said, never mind. Who taught you to do stupid shit like that? Who taught you that? The apple doesn't... and that's what I mean is, you guys are... In order to be better than those around you, you have to leave those around you and be your own self. That's just it. And I made a lot of jokes at him, but I was so sad. I said it this morning before I even messaged him. I was like, I feel so bad for Russ. I feel so bad for him. And that's just it. It's like, it sucks to be you, bro. You can pretend out here that it's okay, but it's not. You're doing the mostest, dude. And that's it. And I told him, too, it's like this tour was going to do nothing for you. And it didn't. Look at him. He just got back, and he's overtiming it to compensate for what? For more. But what more of what? Ask him, and you probably wouldn't get an answer. He couldn't tell you if he was doing it for money or for clout or for followers or for attention. He couldn't even tell you. He just knows he's got to do these things. These are the things that the next steps to making him the next part of him, to say that he's evolving, or whatever the case may be. Hey! Shut the fuck up. Thank you. So what is your true purpose? And that goes back to, he said, and then he said, he said he was doing like 5 different things. If you're giving your energy to all these different people, places, and things, then what is the quality of any of those things when you're not giving it the proper amount of energy and time? And that goes back to, I'm seeing relationships. How can you have a sturdy relationship when you're committing all your time and energy into your business life? How can you have good kids when you're putting all your money, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucked up balance. And once it's off balance, dude, everything's off balance. Meaning none of it's gonna grow. You can spread your shit. Don't say it like that. You can water your grass, but if you don't tend to it, you're just drowning that bitch. And that's what I mean is like this. I told him, I was like, your role is going to flop. because you're not giving it. An actual actor spends a lot of time becoming that person, becoming that role. You're not even giving it the energy that it takes to be an actor. And we know that from your own videos. You know what I mean? They're not shit videos. You have a good videographer. It's you're not in it. You're not in it, dude. And I want to go back to thanking Marshall. You know, I sent him a shit-ass fucking song. Shit-ass song. Fuck, it was horrendous. It wasn't. It just wasn't music. It was a message. It just wasn't music. Anyways, going back to it, he tells me, he's like, you're good at videos and you're good at songwriting, but this was... it made me cringe. Oh, God. Ross, I tried to tell you not to do this. You have no acting abilities. Why would you go become something you're not? Oh, that's right, because you have a crew that tells you can do anything without respect to what the things you're trying to do is, and the people that did it before you, and the actual... And what is it? He got around Will Smith and thought he was an actor? He saw that Logic did a role and wanted to compete? This is adversary, again, competing. If you can do it, I can do it. I'm better than you. I can do it. I can do it. Nah, bro, I can't. You know what I mean? That's it. Here comes Pac. Pac didn't play basketball. But yeah, you swear to God in your 32 years that you're a hooper, a full-time hooper. Fucking love you. You're making us look bad again. Anyways, going back to it. What is your purpose? You know, and that goes back to Lewis. How effective is Lewis supposed to be as a Formula One driver when he does everything else but drive? He doesn't drive to survive. He does that, you know what I mean? You say full-time, but no, he's a fool all the time doing all this other shit. You know, he thinks that if he just gives it, you know. And it's not even about that. And that's overdoing it too, like Marshall. Like, let me sit here and, you know what I mean, be a student of everybody else and see how to, you know, be better than them. Guys, who are you trying to be better than? Yourself? That's what I was talking about. Going back to Marshall, it's like you are literally fighting your own shadow. A voice in your head that says you're not good enough. And then everybody else is pumping you up to, you know, like Royce, sharing that Spotify shit. You know, everybody's sharing his success. You're what? You're rubbing his ego and his balls at the same time. Yeah, you're the best. You're the best. You're the best. If he doesn't know it, then he doesn't know it. Why does everyone got to tell him it for him to fucking know it? There's something wrong with the guy. And that's, you know, that just goes back to tell you, Russ, you thought they were better than you. You thought you were competing with Marshall. You thought you were... This is fucking Bobby. Bobby, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. So many of them. Like, you go back to the normal guys that I know. The normal twin flames. And the normal in the sense of they're not celebrities. Or not super celebrities. They competed with the celebrities as if there was something to compete with. You know what I mean? They looked at, oh, I could never be that guy because she has this guy and that guy. What? None of these... They're all you. All of you are suffering from the same bullshit that I'm suffering for. The same masculine mentality that I'm healing every day that I'm projecting at you to heal. You guys are using against each other. This is... Ugh, the boys in the hood are always hard. What's up, Easy? Easy does it. Alright, let's just keep going. And that's what I mean, is we're in that bullshit. That's what it is. And lust. I've got the hottest girl. No, you don't. No, you don't. Kanye did. And look how that worked out. All of them. And then how many? Everyone was like, as long as I could get a Kim Kardashian, a Cardi B. How many had them before and after? The before and after. What's your body count? What's in your pocket? It's not that. You feel like if I have this, then I am happy and everybody will be happy for me and I've made it. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Take it easy, Russ. I love you guys. I get it. I just don't have anyone to prove it to. I'd be like you too. I just have to prove it to myself. I'm not competing with nobody with the shit inside of my head. And even sometimes I gotta say, that's enough. You're winning. Fuck it. Alright, what do we got? Oh. Kitchen witchery. Hey, okay, I gotta be honest. So we pulled out the cards that said you might be changing your eating habits. I'm not. I'm getting fed really great food. So like tonight, oh my gosh, I ate fish. I made a big old deal about it in my stories. Hey, did you know that tilapia was the fish that God gave the peoples, the two fish that everybody ate off of? And it was the Egyptians and the Asians and the Africans and the Americans. Oh my god, I felt like one. And then I got all sad because I felt like I'm the only one. Anyways, going back to it, it's a shadow walk. I've been eating amazing things. Yesterday I had hummus. I've been eating the best fruits and vegetables. Like, like they offer, you know what I mean? They offer meals to the family, to everybody. And my kids don't want to eat that shit. But I've been signing up and eating some really great foods. I just want to point that out. So going back to kitchen witchery, they're like, you might be, oh, I went to weather magic. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to pull some weather from San Diego over here. There's nothing here. Is it too much to ask for a little precipitation and not from my lip? Your lip sweats? I mean, fuck, my eyebrows, everything. I'm wiping my face all day. There's people out here in pants and sweaters, and I can't understand it. Anyways, going back to some witchery. What number is that? That's the very next one. I turned to 23. 25. Anyways, this is talking about brewing up some good soul food. And don't be bridge fit. I can't stand her. Ugh, is she a Karen? Ugh, this Betty home wrecking type bitch. You know, like Betty Crocker. Shit, Calgon, take me away. I can't stand this bitch. I can't stand your chick. Ugh, I can't stand her. She's so Whole Foods. She's so healthy. I would choke that bitch down with a fucking Twinkie. I'd rub fucking, what? We got Incredibles in Fortnite? Those are great characters. That's better than Lewis Hamilton any day of the week. Anyways, going back to it. I can't stand you health freaks. You're too much. And you're like, I saw this thing, and I'm focused on this thing, and my new thing. Bro, do you have any food in here? Do you know how to cook food? Like, like grains, dairies, you know what I mean? Meats, vegetables, even some processed foods, some boxed foods. Do you make food around here? Or are you just all about those shakes? Shake, rat, and roll. I can't stand you. Shave your armpits, bitch. Put on some deodorant. Sorry, I don't like her. I don't know why. On page 111. I'm heated, that's why. I don't like you, bitch. I don't like you. And I don't even know where this unliking came from, but I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't even know why you type bitches exist. You over healthy fucking bitches. Is this you? No, because you don't have it in you. You're all on the internet reading books and shit. Ugh, you. Come here. What's going on? Okay, well then stay over here with me. Was they just fighting? Okay, well be careful. Stay with me. Quit walking around. Sorry. Don't worry about Amelia. Are you coming too? Come sit over here. They might be having some beef or something. I don't know. Anyways, going to kitchen witchery. Let's go into this. If I can read it. The spirits of the hearth call you into the kitchen to stir magic into your meals. Witchy guidance. A wicked witch presides over a bubbling cauldron while stirring up a magical potion depicts one of the oldest types of magic. I'm seeing the queen of... It's not in these cards. It's the Princess of Wands, and it is actually Saradwin, and it stands for Samhain, which is Halloween. It's coming. It's coming. I can't wait. It's my favorite time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. Oh, and I got this witch laugh. Isn't that great? No. My Bluetooth? Probably. Hold on, guys. Nope, it's not. Focus. Okay, the kitchen is not only the heart of the home, it is a sacred space held for creation and magic. We witches and the keepers of ancient recipe have always relied on secret powers of herbs, plants, and spices for our magical brews. Kitchen witchery is a simple way to integrate magic into your daily life to become... Okay, that's just confirmation. I was also guided. I put in my story, so I was like heated, and I was like, I'm gonna just take a cold shower. And I was digging through, they have all of these donations and stuff, and I found this cool ass soap bar from Alaska, and it said Arctic Breeze or something cool on it, and it had said, you know, it was made with herbs and oils, and I looked up their website and all this stuff, and that's another form of witchery, where you know that if you put on lavender, it's going to calm you down. Earlier, I had to drink some chamomile. You know what I mean, melatonin. You know this without reading a book and going taking a vitamin or a pill. You know that your body needs these things, and you go and you have these things, and you put these things into your body. I'm seeing people that take fish oil. You take a pill of that. And that goes back to, I gotta be honest, Mr. Plum had a pill for everything. I mean, everything. And that's these old people. They get to an age of like 50, 55, and they start taking, you know, serious. They start worrying about their zinc and their... Sorry, I got a funny image. It's the little blue pill is what I got, kind of something like that. I got the kids right here. They become hyper aware of their age, and they try to start putting shit in it to reverse the timing. Bridge. You realize you ain't got no titties, no ass, and you're over fucking 30, and that you're not hot like when you married him, that you are literally a washed up baby mama. You are so full of drama. You watch it on Bravo and you don't even shave your armpits. Aluminum free, bitch. That's what I mean. You become too much. You're doing the mostest. And that could be Lewis. I'm not exactly sure. We can have this conversation as to why you're eating what you're eating and why you feel so conflicted about what you don't eat and should eat. I love you like a fat kid loves cake, and if it's in the middle of the night, I probably want a piece. What does that mean? That sounded so much better than I thought it was going to sound when it came out. You can offer me sweets all day. I usually don't want them. But I will wake up in the middle of the night and destroy a whole roll of Oreos or some cinnamon donuts or whatever's pretty much available at that time. Why? Because I've denied myself any sweets all day. In the middle of the night when I have no control, it's like, dude, I need this in my life. You cannot stop me now. You gotta let your freak flag fly. Meaning, breathe, eat, stuff like that. Kitchen witchery is a simple way to integrate magic into your daily life to become more self-reliant and self-supporting. We invite you to take a sip of magical elixir from the cauldron of life. As you step into the role, which let your natural intuition be your guide, and you choose the right ingredients to integrate magic into your recipe and witch up your meals. I'm so sorry. I was seeing Logic. Dude, Logic has a totally goofy girlfriend too. Totally goofy wife. I have no problem with this girl. I have no problem with this girl and the fact that she don't cook and do none of that shit. She don't be... In the sense of the first time we pulled this card, I was like, Logic, I gotta teach you how to cook some food. He made this video where he's like, I don't know how to eat. I don't know how to cook shit. I was like, come on, we're gonna cook some shit. And that's what I'd be like, dude, I'm coming in there. Light a joint. We're gonna go fuck this shit up, dude. We're gonna eat good. We're gonna laugh good. We're gonna cry. We're gonna watch some kids' movies. We're gonna take the kids out. We're gonna do some shit. Come on, let's do it. The splash pads in San Diego are amazing. I know, right? I was that close, and he's in fucking Utah. You're retarded. You're probably sweating your balls too. Fucking God, what is he doing with us? Anyways, meanwhile, Allie's like, oh, she's right around the corner. The closer I get to Allie, the scarier he gets. There's no Allie. Allie, I'm really close. Do you realize it? Meanwhile, Russ is probably in California shooting some fucking film. I'm over here. Nope, I'm gonna puke. I gotta go back down the mountain. It's a twin flame thing. You got any? Okay. Anyways, going back to it, that's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, I have no problem with his wife and his life. I have no problem with his wife and his life. I don't like your wife. I don't like your life. There's something wrong with it if I can't accept it. There's something seriously wrong, because I'm pretty accepting about shit. I'm forgiving. I'd be nice to Jonica and shit. Ugh. Breach fit. Something about it. Doesn't taste right. Be bold as you harness your natural creative power. I'm just creating enemies. Why not? What the fuck is that bitch gonna do? The fuck you gonna do, bitch? Pray to God in the name of Jesus. Anyways, he still wants a blowjob. Not from you. And be sure to throw in a little ritual magic with clear intentions into the mix and enchant your food to improve your witchery culinary skills. That's why people don't eat my shit. Why? Because I'd be like, damn, I hope this makes you feel good. I hope you like this. I hope this makes your life better. Then you'd be all like, damn, that was the best meal of my life. But then you'd be like, oh, she poisoned me. No, that's your mother. How I met your mother and what kind of weird shit she'd be thinking while she's making your food. She'd be whipping the shit out of your potatoes. I'm such a funny lady, huh? Who is that lady? Okay, going back. Well-worked kitchen is a recipe for success for both health and home. Light side unveiled. Your intent and focus are key to creating your desired. You guys seen that movie, The Hell? It wasn't The Help. What was it? It was The Help. When she made the pie. She made the pie, remember? I love you. I love you. Okay, focus. Focus. It's hard. I laugh. I have the most joy in the dark. I'm sorry. I'm from the dark. It's fun times. The light annoys the shit out of me. Your intent and focus are key to creating desired outcome as you look to the magical attributes of even the most basic ingredients. Alright. Alright, you fuckheads. God said be the salt of the world. But you have high cholesterol, so you don't put salt. Chocolate sends off the very endorphin of love, but you don't eat it? You don't like love in your life? You don't like God? God gave you marijuana. Just kidding. I've had enough. I'm sorry, they're just making fun, and I'm laughing because it's fucking funny. Alright, shadow side unveiled. Finding cooking a chore is a recipe for disaster, and you could very well get your fingers burnt. Hey, I want to see Nate eat one of your plates. I want to see Nate on the plate. What is she serving you over there? Do you want an In-N-Out burger? You want to come and go? Sorry, what am I doing? I am tempting the dragon. It's just part of life. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, anyways, that's what I'm just saying. I want to see you eat this bullshit she's trying to serve you. Anyways, here we go. Let's do the incantation. Hubble bubble stirring potions. Sip of magic herbal lotions. Recipe to heal and bane. Cauldron magic doth sustain. Kitchen witchery is worked with harm to none, so mote be. There, it is done. Witchery. Cauldron is a versatile and magical vessel that symbolizes the creative attributes of the goddess and can be used for banishing, brewing, and fertility. If you want to know more about it, buy the book. What is this? The Oracles of the Witch, Reclaiming Your Birthrights by Flavia Kate Peters. But first you're going to need to reclaim your goddess and go through the dark night of the soul with me. Where are we currently? We're in the gates of hell where you guys are dealing with your... Go catch my video. In my videos. Yeah, I told you, it's the cauldron. I think I talked about that too, my cauldron. It'll be time whenever it cools down. It's too hot for that shit. The cauldron. I guess that is something I could do in the room. Let's brew up a potion. I'm more of a witchy witch. But in the sense of, do you know how to cook? I learned how to cook in Mexico. A lot of my cooking from Mexico. Viva la Mexico! Why? Because that's what they taught me. They were like, oh, if she's going to be your wife, then she needs to learn how to cook and clean and take care of you. Who said? What did I walk into? Alright, sure, I could do this. Psych. Alright, let's see what we got here. What else did I bring? I got pure magic. Pure magic oracles. Let's see what we got. Holy Spirit, please. And thank you. So yeah, what are they telling you? Don't eat the food. What do we got? Levitation. That's where I really need to be working on. I mean, seriously. I said I was gonna fly. I believe I can fly. What do we got? Opening circles? Nah, we're not opening no circles. Nope. Let's talk about levitation. Can you levitate? Fly like an eagle. What else does it say? Belief, mastery, and meditation. Oh yeah, meditate. Well, I mean, on page 12, on number 12. Hey, can you not do that? There's something about this that I don't like. I don't know if it's the cards or the card holder. What number is it? 12. We were at 11, 12. Hike. Let me find this. Levitation is just really... I haven't got to the point where I can levitate my body because my mind would be unfocused. But in a sense of, how did... yeah. I was going to say, how did Jesus... how did they walk on water? But then I saw Peter, and Peter's faith, fumbled, and he fucking fell into the water. And that's it. Can you keep your mind focused? Levitation is just a focus of the mind. Truthfully. Sending thoughts, all of that stuff. It's all mind control. I got mind control over Debo. In the sense of not all the time, but you need to stay grounded to be able to do such things. Alright, on page 47. As it requires belief to become weightless despite taught conditions, levitation is a skill controlling the physics of gravity to arise from weightlessness form. Okay. Wingardium Leviosa. That wasn't helpful. Come on. Oh, I saw she died. Oh, did you know she died? Professor McGonagall, the woman that played that role, she died today. Oh. I suppose if your eyes are still, focused. Yeah, I guess the last thing you see is your head falling down. What movie did I see when you said that? What's in the box? Her head is in the box. Alright, so going back to levitation, how would you do such things? You focus on the light that's within you and the light that's within the object, and you move the object. I do it. In the sense, I don't fully, again, I don't push energy because there's an effect. Everything is flowing on its own, It's like playing with the plates. Everything is flowing. The water's flowing, right? The water's flowing. And if I just all of a sudden stop the water, it's going to have an effect on both sides. And I learned that the hard way, playing with weather magic and shit. I don't really push people, you don't push anything because God's got everything in His perfect alignment. And what it is it's like these energetic fields. I'm seeing like this space traffic. Everything is moving at its own, on the meridian lines. Even though you may not go anywhere, you're on a trajectory. Everything is on a trajectory. Everything is moving and nothing is still. But only in the moment of stillness can you see all of that movement. So, going back to levitation. Could you make something move? Indeed. You have to focus on what it is and use your energy to see it. And that's, I'm seeing Neo. He sits there with the kid, and the kid moves the spoon. He said, you have to realize that the spoon isn't real. What does that mean? That the physical form of what you're looking at isn't real. There's no actual barrier. Meaning, you think that your body weighs so many pounds and that you can't lift your body. But if you eliminate the idea that you're in your body, then you have no limitations. And that's a lot of astral traveling too, is how you can leave the body. And so going back to levitation and stuff, can you magically make things move around the room? You could. It's just focusing it. But understanding that if you're moving energy that shouldn't be moving, there's an effect. There's a cause and effect to everything you do. Everything that you do. And if you're moving something that's not supposed to be moved in this realm, what is moving in the other realms? Because everything is infinitely in the same place at the same time. That's where you got to be careful. What I do in the astral realm, what you do in the 5D affects the 3D. What you do in the 3D affects all realities, to be honest. God made the human experience for the whole universe to take part in. meaning to be part of the human experience, so that all of it lies within here. You think that the aliens come from some outside source, right? You're like, they're planets and planets away, but their planet is aligned with our planet, and only until they're in the visual of your eyes do you believe that they're here in your space. You call it our space or outer space. And where the fuck is heaven in that case? Just saying. All right, that was a bit much. A little bit much, too much. Going back to it. It's a skill of controlling, taught. Levitation is a skill in controlling the physics of gravity to arise within weightless form. Okay? Oh, here comes Big Ben over here. Fucking, Albert Einstein, physics. You guys put laws on things. You put the law. You walk by the law of the belief that this cannot be done. But anything can be done through the mind. Meaning, you say the spoon can't be bent. You say the car can't be lifted. You say that the house can't be blown down. But if you use your mind and the force around it, then it happens. And that's the creation and destruction of your mind. It's limited. You have to break through the barrier of you are your mind, and what your mind says is the limits to what it is. Because you can read 1 billion books and see there's no limit. Push it to the limits. Shut up on a Saturn. That's what they're talking about. All right, the art of levitation. Going back to it, and that's it. I just haven't focused on it, and that's because once I start focusing on getting out of the body, it starts getting, the trigger of the body, what's in the body is holding me down. What's holding us down? The weight of the body. What's weighing you down in your body? Your experiences. You can't ascend. That's why I be in the light. I can leave the body and stay in the light in the sense of the consciousness. But have I brought and that's what I bring, is I bring that consciousness back down to the body, and it's hard to formulate, into a reality here. The 5D, bringing the 5D down to the 3D. I haven't tried to lift the 3D form into the 5D, you know what I mean? But it's just not where I'm at right now. I've seen it. It's when I'm pregnant. I'm just sitting there pregnant, and then I can do it. There's the power of 2. Possibly. I'm not sure. I've seen it. Anyways, going back to it. It's the ability that the historical root in the early times of antiquity, when witches flew to attend nocturnal sabbats and mystic and monks hovered mantras or meters from the ground. Sorry, I have no light out here, and I don't have my glasses. Deep and silent meditation. And that's what they show you, supposedly. Supposedly, you can meditate. If you meditate hard enough, you can levitate. They show it in all the movies, but yet nobody's done it. Why? Because they're doing it through their mind. That's just how it is. You can't. Levitation isn't the ability of luxury, but rather one necessity to recognize the full capacity of your spiritual being. That means you're a light inside of this. And if you can realize that you're a light, you can move the light. It's not stuck inside. To discover you can rise from others, stay bound in... To discover you can rise when others stay bound is no means of small feat. And that's it. It's like you guys are bound by your belief systems. I come to break you from your programming, to pull you out of the matrix, one thought at a time. It's called an ego death. One thought at a time, God brings us a little bit closer to the truth. God is the truth. What is God? The truth, love, and light. You know God when you're in this essence of truth. So, and what is love? Truth. Truth. That's what it is. So, in essence, what are we doing here? We're waking up one truth at a time. We're breaking free of the thoughts that bind us to this reality. And we go beyond this reality into a consciousness. Which consciousness? Christ. And that's what I show you when I pull out the alien books and all of these other books. Everyone spoke of Christ, Christ's consciousness, to be Christ-like. I'm not here to make you a Christian. I'm showing you how Christians pervert the religion itself and how they've killed in his name. And that was not his words. But the truth is that he showed us in a human form how to be God. And that was the whole thing, is he's not God. No, he sure the fuck was. He sure the fuck was. And that's what he teaches us. We are God. God lies within us. We have the powers. If we so shall believe, we can heal. We can heal those that are, you know what I mean, that can't walk. And what happens with an evangelist? They believe this person has the power to heal them. And this person comes to them and tells them to believe in themselves. And they give them their hand, and together the power of those two beliefs bring this person out of a wheelchair, a coma, a dark night of the soul. Was it really the person? Or was it the fact that two or more believed, that the whole room believed this could happen, and there was enough belief that it became the unbelievable? I've watched many documentaries of those people. They're called evangelists that go around the world and they heal. They can heal. Some of them are occult-like. Some of them are spiritualists. Some of them do it in the name of Christ. Whatever. But the church will tell you they have no power and that they don't, you know what I mean? Because the church doesn't possess such powers. And that's it. The churches of all, you know what I mean? The spread of religion was a patriarchy to keep man in conjunction with not being powerful. You must live this way to have any power, and anyone that doesn't live this way is powerless and will never see the grace of God. And it's preached in over, I don't know how many religions, but especially in the Christians. You must do it their way. In the Muslims, you must do it that way. Islamic, you must do it their way. Their way is the only way. And by that, they take them by the billions, and they condemn them into this idea that this is the way, but nobody is walking the right way, because none of them, they're all walking fear-based, that if they don't do this, this will happen. It's all out of persecution. You will be condemned. You will be casted into the pits of hell if you don't do this. You are a bad person. You are not worthy. Little by little, one thought at a time, we've got to get that shit out of our head. It wasn't even, some of us never even thought it, but it's still inside of us by books, teachings, religions, cultures. You're not black, you're not white. If you're not this, if you're not that, if you're not this, you don't have this. If you don't have this, you don't have that. Your whole identity is told to you by outside sources. If you do all of this, you check all these boxes, and each of us have a different bucket list of boxes that we believe make us the best version of ourselves and a god, or, you know, successful among men. What?
You won't get mugged if you look like you're gonna mug someone.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get you before you get me. So that's that misbelief. So going back to, no, you can't levitate. Who told you you can't? That's what I'm saying, is you're so believed on what you can't do that when someone says you can, you cannot believe in the cans. It's all misbelief. Hold on, there's a lot. I gotta point this out. What is that, a jet? They're not airplanes. We've seen them throughout the days when we come out. We were out enough to see it. There's a lot of military aircraft that goes over here. We saw the fighter jets throughout the day. We saw these big ass, I don't know what kind of fucking planes they are. Those are the big ass planes. You know, I'm seeing MASH. Royce, remember the MASH? I'm seeing MASH, where they have those big ass fucking airplanes and they put tanks and all kinds of crazy shit up in that shit. Yeah, we see all kinds of them. Going back to it is, I can tell you over and over that you can do these things, but you're going to tell me over and over why you can't. And it's not true. It was just something that somebody told you before I got to you, and you believe them instead of me. That's it. I'm trying to empower you, but you're disempowered by your belief system. I could never do that. And that's the breaking of the ceiling. Is I can never do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I would never do this in my life. You have put these limitations on yourself. I'm looking back at this one in Colorado. I literally am crying. I got Tupac, Muhammad Ali, and Kobe trying to talk me off a ledge because I'm being told to call off. I just got this new job, and they're like, fuck that job. I'm like, dude, I can't do that. No, fuck that job. You're not going back. No, I can't do that. I could never do that, dude. I just got this job. I need this job. I cannot do a no call, no show on somebody. And they're sitting there trying to tell me how I don't matter to this job and that I don't owe nobody nothing. And I'm having a whole ego crisis right now about my personality. My character would never do such a fucking weak ass shit to not show up to a shift, not call them, not show up 2 hours before. I'm a boss, bitch. I will fire your ass. You do some shit like that in my workplace. And now here I'm putting in a place in a position where I've got to push my limits. And that goes back to my twin flames. I would never. No. Why would you never? Because I believe that I could never handle something like this. I would never do something like this out of love. I would never do these type of things. No, you must do those things to show yourself you can, and that nothing bad was happening, that you can do such things. And I'm not talking about Lewis jumping out of a plane 89 times. Stupid. Driving around a fucking car, fucking 250 miles an hour. Stupid. Try loving someone. Try talking to someone. Try making a friend. Try being black or white or something. Try getting a job. Try being normal. Try working on that relationship with your mother. These are hard things, bro. These are hard things. Going out and looking successful and dressing up nice and pulling a guy or girl and looking like, you know, a hotshot. That's easy, bro. That's skin deep. I could do it. I could have me in a picture and a post with a guy looking hella good like my life is all together come tomorrow. But that's all just image. That's acting. Ha! Bravo. Johnny Bravo. So, going back to levitation. They told you these bitches flew. They told you that witches flew on brooms. Do you believe it? Why not? Okay. Let's go back to the aliens. And that's what I said too. I was like, maybe we should go to Roswell, New Mexico. You know, that's where they found the aliens first. They've told you. You've seen it with your own eyes. How many videos do you have to see? How many documentaries? How many versions of staring at the sky does it take for you to realize that there are fucking beings out there? Why won't you face that truth? Why? Because somebody told you that's impossible? But you have all the fucking truth in front of you and you will not accept it. Okay? I'm just saying, bro. They have all the fucking proof, but you can't accept it. Because you cannot let new information break the old programming of your mind. Because that means you were wrong. And you were lied to. And you don't know where to go from here. Because now you're confused about what is real. Congratulations. Welcome to the awakening. That's called an ego death. We do this shit all the time. All night long. Let's keep going. All right. Levitation isn't the ability, blah, blah, blah. The trick to mastering levitation comes not from controlling air, but becoming like the air. The art is simple. You only gain freedom from the binds once you deeply accept you are born of spirit and thus born to fly, even if just for a moment of life's fleeting time. Pure wisdom. Levitation calls you to release yourself from old roads of past pain and memories and elevate your energy and mind towards higher ground. You are staying in the thickness of ego, aren't you? You're doing what is best to, you know what I mean? What sounds best? What are you doing, Russ? What are you doing, Russ? He's the only one I see at the moment. Like, are you an actor? Are you playing fantasy football? Are you selling jerseys? Dude, those jerseys are awful. That's some trash. And that's it too. What happened to the last fucking clothing line? Now you're back to selling merch? Do you not see that you are in a perpetual place of chasing bullshit? But that's not just him. That's Lewis too. Lewis is all over the place. He is spread so thin. He is a whole Nutella sandwich. What you up to, Marshall? 500 fucking 600 700 different fucking projects. Give me a project, bitch. All right, it's an hour. Quit playing around. Let's move on. Are you staying in the thickness of ego, or are you able to see the truth and free yourself from the grasp of collective ignorance? Ignorant. You're ignorant. Ignorant. When you release yourself, you can choose where to land. Make your own freedom and journey to your own truth. Take in the magical ability of levitation and see to it that if a wall stands in your way, you can rise and fly over it or see another way from a better vantage point. The old gods call you to raise your power and stay steady. Rock steady rocket. Sorry, they just come through. As they lift you from disbelief and discouraging limits. And that's it. Push it to the limits. You guys, I'll be hella scared about some shit all the time. But you just gotta do it. Just do it. You just be like, oh God, I'm so scared. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. And this is going to ruin everything, but I'm going to ruin my life. I mean, you might cry about it too. I do that too. I mean, what kind of bird is out this late? Good gosh. Okay, let's get to it. Your body and soul are merging into new energies to harness and weave you through new life. Enjoy the thrill of new heights and master your balance as you are guided forward. Here we go. Magical spell. How would you live as your higher self? The light. I can't read, guys. Sorry, it's so dark. And this one's already. I need a lighter. I'm serious. This one has like these back, like these. There it goes. How would you live as your higher self? The light being inside of your human body. We levitate every night as we dream, as our consciousness travels to many wondrous places, other worlds. Imagine you are now living as your soul. How do things feel differently? You may find the trivial falls away and your goals become more aligned with truth and joy. Hey, I gotta honestly say this, Vish seemed to wake up faster than most of you. And I said it too. I said it, bro. I said most of you are sitting on your asses, bro. And there are people in the fucking background, in the stands, watching us, and they're really doing the work. Vish comes out here, bro, and he's vicious on that shit, bro. He's really street preaching, bro. He's really about it, bro. Alien gang, beam me up, Scotty. I'm just saying. Okay, go back to it. How do things feel differently? You may find the trivial falls away and your goals become more aligned with truth and joy. And that's it, dude. I gotta make an impact. I gotta change music. I gotta do something. We gotta change. This shit is over. It's done. I'm too old for this bullshit. We gotta change the world. That's what I'm talking about. They're getting on it. Some of them are getting on it. The rest of them are you're just getting on with your bullshit. Let's get it on. Stop it. To hone your focus every morning as you wake, light a white candle and say, my light being is in charge today. I'm guided, I'm safe, I'm loved. Try this practice for a week and watch as your perspective changes from that of appreciation to master. That of apprentice to master. And that's messed up too. I shared a video in my community page. It was an older video. Oh gosh, it says I'm gonna have to, I don't know how to do any of that, but I shared a video about it and I went into the candle magic and all of the different works of the candle magic. But you're just a white light inside of there. You see how the lights are doing all that? Nothing's really happening. It's just gone. You really are just a light being. And you're trapped inside of a dark body of experiences and thoughts and feelings. And you're really just trying to wiener your way through it. And I'm seeing the esophagus, Esophagus? I can't say the word. From the Egyptians. They put them in the tombs. They literally bound you and they put you in. And now you're waking up and you're taking off the binding one piece at a time. You're like, why did I think that? Why did I feel that way? Why did I say that? And that's just becoming aware. You're pulling off all of these things. You're becoming aware of yourself, the different parts of yourself. You're the layers to yourself. You know what I mean? You're not your thoughts. Your thoughts are created from your experiences that you've seen, and that's where your thoughts come from. Your feelings are a reaction to your thoughts, how you feel. So in essence, you start feeling some type of way without even knowing why. You're like all of a sudden triggered. I have anxiety. You have all of these feelings and you don't know where they're coming from. because they're subconscious, meaning they're hidden in your thoughts. Something in your outside world is making you feel some way inside, and you have to follow this feeling to find out where this thought, what is it attached to, which is a thought or a memory, a vision, something you've seen that's subconscious. And that's what happened to me today. So, you start going through the bindings of why do I act this way? Why do I eat this way? Why do I do these things that don't make me happy? Why do I talk to people this way when I really don't want to? You know what I mean? You start to catch yourself in your behaviors, and you question your behaviors. In the beginning, yeah, it's a lot of self-loathing and hate, and you just don't like yourself because you realize that you're not who you want to be. You're projecting some really ugly shit at people, and you're accepting ugly shit, and you're just really unhappy, but you're not sure how to handle it. And that's a lot of the awakening process, and the levitation, that's way advanced, but it does go back to the fact of what do you believe you can do. And then really, going back to Lewis and stuff, is he preaches it, but he's so tied in his limitations. He's not one to speak, because he can't leave a career without an 8-time championship. Ask him why he needs it. What will he give him? What will he gain? And that goes back to all of them at this particular moment. If Russ just stopped, what is it after this role? What do you think this role is going to give you? An Oscar? What are you going to win at fantasy football? What do you get out of going on tour? You're doing your job because that's your job, but your job doesn't do anything for you. And that's Marshall. Marshall, are you excited about Formula One? Are you excited about the cars and the race? Are you excited? Are you excited? What comes next? And that's another thing too. Russ, as sad as I was for you on your birthday, his will be coming around the mountain when it comes. And talk about a sad birthday. Marshall, 52. He's not even getting a blowjob. No, I mean, probably not. I used to always ask myself, damn, do you even get laid? That's sad. I mean, not like I am, but, guys have, I don't know, I wish the best for you, but talking about sad-ass fucking time just passing on, just going on, and it's like, no, I could never do these things. Why? Who told you can't live life? Somebody. And I'm trying to just one thought at a time show you that you can, and I'm showing you that I live life a whole different way, that I hear the voices, I hear the callings, I follow them, and it brings me to an experience. There's always a lesson and a blessing that I share with the world, and we just keep living more life because there's lots of life to live. And speaking of which, my daughter said, again, I got to repeat this, a couple days ago, she's like, I'm just going to reincarnate over and over and over. There's so much I want to do. I'm like, get it, girl. Like, there's so much life to live, and you're just, you're content with dying. You're content with the circumstances that you have, that they won't change, or you have this mysterious belief that God in heaven's going to come and bless you with, some crazy shit, just because, you are all deserving, or whatever the case may be. This is as good as it gets. It's not. And I'm here to tell you, he wants more for you. I sound like that Jesus person. There's certain things that come out of my mouth that I can see coming out of the church. I'll be all churchish. I am the high priestess Phoenix, yo. But, God does, dude. He wants more for you. He always has. And you're like, well, why isn't he giving us more? He gave you an opportunity to be successful. All successful people, their success is created on their ability to overcome trials and tribulations. Meaning you have to start as nothing and become something. And he gave you 0.0. You know what I mean? He gave you 0.0 to start with. It's like, you can do it. In the sense of what he do with all of us. That's my favorite saying. He blindfolded us, tied our hands behind our back, and said, go out there and live a great life. What? I can't see. Oh yeah, and they gagged us. We weren't allowed to see the truth. We weren't allowed to speak the truth. And we weren't allowed to act on the truth. We're just supposed to go out there and be the best us as we could be, based on what everyone told us we should be. And then we got out there and we became who they wanted us to be. And I don't know. Maybe you guys are just fine with the beings that you are. But I didn't. I looked up and I wanted to be more. In the sense of, I don't know. I just wasn't happy with who I was. And that's where everybody thought I was crazy. You had everything. I didn't. It looked like I did. It looked like I had my life together. And that's easy. It's easy to put your shit together and look put together. But to feel good about your life and to be able to sit still with yourself and feel beautiful and feel special and feel safe in your skin and feel like you have a purpose and you're protected and you're not alone, and to just feel without feeling bad in your skin, that's hard shit, bro. And that's what I teach you, is we sit here all day and we feel until we don't feel good, and then we deal with the no feel goods, and then we go back to feeling good about shit. That's the process. But you don't run from it. When it comes, we go into it. What is this not good feeling that I'm feeling? I don't feel so good. Let's figure this out. Let's feel why we don't feel good. So that, you don't run from those no good feelings, because they're everywhere. If you can learn to, go through the not good feelings, and they don't have, and you can, process them like I do, alchemize them, you know what I mean? Then you're all powerful, because anything that comes at you that don't feel good, you can be okay with it. Whereas everyone else, they're running from everything that don't feel good. And anything can make you feel bad. Anyone can make you feel bad. Anybody's words can make you feel bad. That's their power, bro. Something happened earlier this morning. I don't want to completely out her. But me and my daughter got into an argument. I said something to her. I was like, no, you can't do that because of XYZ. And she's like, well, and she used these words. She used these hurtful words. She said something that she knew would hurt. I was like, that's not nice to do. That's bullying. To use your words to hurt my feelings because I told you that you were wrong to want to do something. I didn't say anything. I said, you can't do that, and this is wrong. And you got mad, and so you tried to say something hurtful to me. It doesn't hurt me, but you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that to me or to anybody else. You don't get to use your words, say something that you know is going to hurt their feelings just because you didn't like what they said. I was like, that's what you did today, and you're not going to do that. And I made her fully aware of it. And that's what it is. It's like, I said something that you didn't like, and now you're going to use your words to hurt me. And if I'm vulnerable and I care a whole bunch about what you say, and my whole emotional system is going to react to how your words affect me, then I'm going to lose my shit. And this is going to turn into a big ass fight. But I have the ability to take on hurtful feelings without saying hurtful words or hurtful actions behind it, but to sit in it and understand what is the best way to proceed with it, right? Meaning, I'm not going to let you treat me like shit, but at the same time, when you treat me like shit, I don't have to serve you shit back in your face. And that's pretty much the mastering of this, because we got a lot of shit to deal with, dealing with people. There's a whole lot of shit. This is some really, that's pretty much the hardest part of what we do, is dealing with people's shit. We're okay. I'm all good until I got to deal with your shit and your shit and your shit. And I've had enough shit. I can't take this shit. We're supposed to be to a point where we can take it on, like Jesus. We can take on all the shit and it don't bother us. We're still, we're still good. And that's the mastering of the emotion and the mind. But, the mind is like, this is the limit. You've crossed the limit. This is unforgivable. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. When the too much happens, you go into a survival mode, which is fight or flight. Are you going to fight someone because they've given you too much? Are you going to walk out on someone because they've given you too much? Or can you take this much and make it, take a little bit more? And that's, being able to take on more and more and more is the ability to process. You know what I mean? Every day is a day. It's one hell of a day. Can you go outside and have a good day without everybody ruining your day? Without the day ruining you? That's what we're talking about. And that's that shadow work. And that's what it is. It's like, I knew what I had to do today. I had to go into some shit. I knew I had to. It's Friday then. I already knew. But then when they were talking about going to San Diego, I was like, man, this is really going to wake up all my memories. I knew it. I knew it. But I didn't have to actually go through it. It was very pleasant. And why was I able to do that? Because at my level, I was able to be pounded. All right, she's good. And that's it. They wait till you're great. I'm chilling. I was laughing about somebody has an STD. God gave you the herpes, huh? That's what you get. You know they have a pill for that. Anyways, and that's what people be like, it's the end of the world. I mean, no. Magic Johnson has had AIDS since the 90s, bro. What are you talking about, Willis? So going back to it, it's really funny. You'll be chilling, and then they'll be like, you'll be feeling like a villain, bro. Like, oh, I hate myself. I hate the world. I hate all these memories. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I had to live like that. I can't believe people treated me like that. Why did I have to go through that? Why was my life so fucked up? Fuck. This shit is fucking killer. And then, you know, when I started, it was not easy. And it was like 5, 6, 7 times a day. So right there, I took on literally like I took on 2 decades, and I didn't even have to go into it to do it. I was willing to do it. And that's it. Are you willing? Are you willing to face what you haven't faced before? Are you willing to face this? Okay, I have no idea what this is going to do to me, but I know that you're calling me to face this, and if I go that way, I'm going to have to face it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. And it happened, and luckily, like I said, I didn't have to drive all the way out there and really feel it and get stuck in traffic. I didn't have to go through, waste no money. I went through a ride through the desert. I went through a time portal of space and time, and, I healed some shit, and it knocked me down, and it made me feel all kinds of type of ways. But in that quickness, I was able to see 16-year-old himself up to 20. Well, for those that don't know, my son, he was born in San Diego, and that's where the kidnapping, everything happened. My mom died there. Everything happened in San Diego. You know what I mean? And it happened as quick as I started thinking about Santee, El Cajon. That's where I was. I lived in El Cajon. College, where I met my husband, my churches, all of that. So as soon as I seen that as the end, I started going deeper. The more I went into San Diego, the more attachment it was to my sisters, to my aunts, to my brothers, to my husband, to the streets, to everyone that fouled me, to going to jail. I remember no penis colinas. I remembered, you know what I mean? Everything. All of it came so fast, and I'm just holding the wheel, and I can see all of my family next to me, and they're like, just release yourself. Just release yourself. I see that picture of me that's in my, it's in my room right now with all of my cards. 16-year-old me holding, my son. You know what I mean? 1999, where I have to grow up, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I have to grow up, and I grow up real bad. And I have to release all those years real fast. And I'm like, and I'm crying, and then I look up, and I see that woman, dude. She's pulled up, she's got her hood on her car, and it's the same woman from the same gas station that I just saw, and she snaps me out of it. And I'm like, guys, I'm hot. We can't go. This hill only keeps going. Do you see all these people breaking down? As soon as we see an exit, we're going to turn around and get on the way back. Because at this point, the freeway's it's divided now. So if you're going the other way, it's on the whole other side of the mountain. So we have to wait till there's an exit. Right? We have to wait till there's an exit. And we're in the middle of the mountains. And all of a sudden, dude, within as soon as I say it, dude, there's an exit. So I see an exit, I take the exit, and there's like an underpass, and I pull under it in the shade. I pop the hood just because I'm being panicked, because I'm heated. And I open the car, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel real dizzy. I feel like I'm going to throw up. We're at high elevation. Does anyone have any water? I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, we're going to go back. And my daughter's like, Mom. And I'm like, please, you got to understand. No, I can't do another hour and a half. And it's going to take us 2.5 hours to get back. I can't do it. It's 105 degrees. I'm shadow working. I can't do it. So we start cruising back and stuff. And then we come into town, and there's everything to eat, you guys. And all they want is a Slurpee. And by the time I look up, I'm getting Slurpees. I'm standing there, I'm getting Slurpees and something to drink. I got a hibiscus tea, and I'm like, geez, that was intense. What the fuck was I thinking going to San Diego? Thank God I didn't go, right? I'm like sitting there, and then this lady's like, she's like, how are you guys? I'm like, oof. She's like, are you going to San Diego? I was like, well, I was, but not anymore. Tell me more. She's like, well, they're having a Native American festival. I was like, that makes sense, but they're having one where I came from in a week, and I'll catch that one. She's like, well, where are you guys coming from? And I was like, and I just kind of paused. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that. Where did I come from? I was like, well, from Colorado, and the heat is killing me. I'm a high priestess, and I'm just trying to spread the good word. She's like, really? She's like, oh. I was like, yeah, the path is not easy. She's like, oh, wow. I was like, yeah, I'll get you my card. So I take everything out. I come back to give her my card, and I decide I'm going to get a lotto ticket. And I'm standing there, and she's like, girl, tell me something. Tell me anything. I'm like, you want me to do an energy reading? And take my glasses off, and I just tell her, God's given you an opportunity to walk out and go to something brand new and fresh, but he wants you to leave everything, huh? She's like, everything. I was like, well, then do it. Yeah, you already know you got to. She's like, yeah. I was like, I'm not telling you shit you don't know. How easy is that? Are you like, is that what you tell everyone? No, that's what God's telling everyone. And it was just as easy on her. And she confirmed it. She's like, yeah. I was like, you have an opportunity, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, then take it. Just leave everything and go. And that's what we all have. We all have an opportunity to fucking walk out of here and go wherever the fuck we want and do whatever the fuck we want. God has given us a dream and a vision, a will and a way. We just be like, nah way, dude. No way. No way, bro. No way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And that was the whole story. And now my time is up, and I will catch you guys for tomorrow's great readings. Hey, new people, welcome to the dark side. That's it, dude. Go catch some more videos. God's gonna fuck you up with a vision, a truth, a memory, a reality, a version of you that you didn't think you could be. I could never quit a job. I'm looking at this one time. I finally got child support, you guys, after like years and years and years and years and years of never having child support. My Holy Spirit told me, bitch, you should go get your nails done. I'm not even that type of bitch, but I'm like, I could never do that. That's the type of bitches they be talking shit about. I'll never, no way. They made me do it, bro. I did it, and I cried the whole time. Why? Because I was being pampered, and I hadn't been pampered in a long time, and I didn't feel comfortable around those women anymore. That's the whole different story. But in the sense of, I could never be that bitch. They're like, go tell that guy. Oh my God, I'm gonna go tell that guy. I could never. You could do it. What's your higher self? The self that's telling you to do shit that you think you can't do? That's encouraging you to be brave? That's encouraging you to be brave. That's your higher self. It's always, that's your Lilith. That's God. That's your Holy Spirit. That's Nipsey. That's Shock. That's Pac. That's whoever talks to you. That's your grandma. I ate my grandma. Stop saying that all the time. I don't know who says that. Somebody ate their grandma. It wasn't me. Anyways, going back to it. Yeah, they want you to be a better version of yourself. And in order to be a better version of yourself, you have to destroy the version of yourself that you think that you are and start becoming this voice inside of you that's telling you to be more. Welcome to the dark night of the soul. Hey, I love yous. Laters. Bye.